a favor that only you can provide.
That's something that the BCPD should find out.
I wish you knew the Brooklyn that I do.
It's not enough, but it's all I can do.
Tell me that you want the same thing. There's just one thing holding me back.
Come on, Lucky, you gotta stay with me.
General Hospital latest update. Port Charles is rocked as Josslyn Jax takes down Cyrus Renault in a brutal showdown. Meanwhile, Willow Corinthos stuns Drew Quartermain by rejecting his move-in offer, leaving their future uncertain. As Jason grapples with vengeance, Lucky fights for his life, and Brooklyn drops a shocking baby bombshell. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. After watching these videos, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. General Hospital, Josslyn kills Cyrus, Willow rejects Drew's move-in offer. General Hospital recap for Thursday, February 20th, reveals that Josslyn Jax, Eden McCoy, killed Cyrus Renault, Jeff Kober, and called Jack Brennan, Chris McKenna, while Willow Corinthos, Caitlin McMullen, rejected Drew Quartermain's, Cameron Matheson, move-in offer. In the cemetery, Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, talked to Sam McCall's, Kelly Monaco, grave since he was torn between what he wanted and what she would want. Jason knew Cyrus was to blame for Sam's demise and clearly wanted to avenge her, but he ultimately vowed to always do what was best for Danny Morgan, Asher and Tonizin. At Drew's new house, Willow pumped the brakes on moving in with him since she just moved the kids back to Nina Reeves, Cynthia Watrose, place and wanted to give them stability. Plus, Wiley Corinthos, Byron Weaver, was under the impression that once Michael Corinthos, Chad Duell, got better, they'd be a family again. Willow hadn't told Wiley about their split and was reluctant to come clean while Michael was away at the clinic. Drew seemed disappointed, but he assured Willow that she was worth waiting for. Once Drew made sure Willow got home, he was surprised to find Jason in his living room. Jason insisted he wanted to make peace, but Drew wondered why he'd ever want to do that. That's when Jason argued they should do it for Sam. At Elizabeth Baldwin's, Rebecca Herbst, place, Lucky Spencer, temporarily played by Guy Wilson, removed the syringe from his thigh, but Cyrus tried to strangle him and got him down on the floor. The digitalis quickly took a toll on Lucky, so Liz did chest compressions while waiting for paramedics to arrive. Cyrus managed to flee in the chaos, but it wasn't long until the cops put an APB out on him. Anna Devane, Finola Hughes, Laura Collins, Jeannie Francis, and Jordan Ashford, Tanisha Harper, were in the middle of a meeting about all the Esplanade drama when the call about Lucky came in. Laura rushed to the hospital, where Elizabeth alerted Isaiah Gannon, Sandy Wilson, to the digitalis injection that was affecting Lucky. Liz also spilled the whole Cyrus story to Laura and left her horrified over her brother's mission. Aiden Weber, Colin Cassidy, came home and overheard what happened to Lucky, so he got more updates and headed to GH as well. Anna found out Cyrus' car was headed for the woods, so Jordan planned to look in her old file and try to nail down where he was going. At the Savoy, Curtis Ashford, Donnell Turner, sought Stella Henry's, Vernay Watson, help building a relationship with a particular politician so that he could hopefully fight back against Drew. At Deception, Lulu Spencer, Alexa Havens-Bruning, admitted to Dante Falconeri, Dominic Zamprogna, that her issues with Brooklyn Quartermain, Amanda Sutton, stemmed from how accepted she'd become during Lulu's time in a coma. Dante understood why Lulu was feeling pushed aside and urged her to keep quiet about the infertility struggles he mentioned. Lulu got a phone call about Lucky getting rushed to General Hospital, so she dashed over there with Dante. Once Brooklyn came home to find Rose Petals on the floor and shirtless Chase waiting in their bed, they talked about their derailed family plans. Brooklyn insisted adoption was a great alternative, but Chase went on and on about how he was robbing her of experiencing a pregnancy. Brooklyn finally blurted out that she'd had a baby before and stunned Chase in the process. At Cyrus' hideout, Josslyn found the medical ID bracelets that Cyrus had collected from his victims, including Sam and Dex Heller, Evan Hofer. Joss made a pic of the evidence using her phone, but then Cyrus appeared in the doorway looking like a total menace. Cyrus grabbed an axe and planned to kill Josslyn for interfering in his mission, but she whipped out Dex's gun and pumped 2 bullets in him. Cyrus said now Josslyn was the murderer before he took his last breath. Josslyn was rattled as she made sure Cyrus was dead and ultimately called Brennan for help. Brennan came right over and took in the scene as he gazed down at Cyrus' body on the floor. General Hospital spoilers say Brennan will do whatever he can to clean up this mess, so stick with us for more predictions on all the shocking news to come. Today's next update, Willow moves in with Drew and UPS the ante for Nina and Carly. General Hospital spoilers report Willow Corinthos, Caitlin McMullen, and Drew Quartermain, Cameron Matheson, are on the cusp of something great, or so they're trying to convince themselves. Now that Willow is seemingly certain that she cannot repair her marriage to Michael Corinthos, Chad Duell, she might be looking for anything to distract herself from the pain of processing the loss of her marriage. When Drew enters the picture with a shiny new home, complete with a fenced backyard, Willow may not be able to resist welcoming that distraction from the trash can fire that is her personal life. She wants so badly to get back to normal, and if she can't do that with Michael at the Q's, she may settle on a new normal with Drew in a new home. This is only going to make things more difficult for Carly Spencer, Laura Wright, and Nina Reeves, Cynthia Watrose, as they try to navigate pulling these two apart at the exact time that they decide to meld together as a family unit. Think twice. Willow is eager to move forward with Drew, especially given that she believes Nina is now on her side and going to be more respectful of her new relationship with the congressman. However, Willow might be a tad too optimistic here. Nina's track record for keeping her nose out of other people's lives isn't exactly stellar. Willow should think twice about trusting Nina's newfound support, especially when it comes to matters of the heart and home. Nina's past interference could come back to haunt this new living arrangement, potentially turning what should be a fresh start into a battleground for control over Willow's life decisions. Willow does a 180. Nina hardly expected Willow to take Marty Gray's, Michael E. Knight, advice on digging up dirt on Michael. When he suggested the precautionary measure, she felt positivity filthy about it. She was also certain that Marty wouldn't find anything because Michael is practically a saint. But, lo and behold, the truth can be a surprising beast. Willow, who had been so against any sort of underhanded tactics, might find herself in a moral quandary. The findings, whether they be scandalous or simply revealing, could push Willow to do a complete 180, reevaluating her stance on both Michael and her new life with Drew. This twist could either solidify her resolve to move on, or make her question her rapid transition into Drew's arms. Carly and Nina kick up dust. Carly and Nina are bent on doing whatever they have to in order to get Willow and their grandkids away from Drew. But does that mean they'll resort to planting evidence of things he didn't do, or even manufacturing lies about him and paying people off to corroborate them? They did say they would do anything. Could setting the stage for a faux affair make Drew look like the guilty party she can't possibly trust, or will he find a way to pin this back on the meddling family matriarchs? The air in Port Charles is about to get a lot dustier as these two opinionated women engage in a battle of wills and wits. Will they be able to keep their mutual distaste for one another under control enough to break Willow free from the emotional ties that bind her to Drew? Today's next update. Cyrus is dead, Lucky is critical, and Joss needs help. There is lots of drama and trauma unfolding in Port Charles this week. Let's jump right into today's General Hospital recap. Lulu admits she feels stuck in the past. Lulu Spencer, Alexa Havens, feels bad after Dante Falconeri, Dominic Zamprogna, tells her that Brooklyn Quartermain, Amanda Sutton, and Harrison Chase, Josh Swickard, can't have children. Lulu wonders if BLQ's one-sidedness will cause a problem in their marriage. Dante tells Lulu that he wishes she knew the Brooklyn that he knows. Lulu admits that it's hard sometimes to watch his history with BLQ from the sidelines. She also admits that she feels threatened because the whole world changed, but she hasn't. She feels like she lost 4 years in a hospital bed while Brooklyn took her place in everyone's life. As they speak, Lulu gets a phone call telling her that Lucky is in the hospital. Curtis asks Aunt Stella for help. Aunt Stella, Vernee Watson-Johnson, stops in at the Savoy to have a nightcap with Curtis Ashford, Donnell Turner. They share special cocktails as Curtis asks for a favor. She is friends with Congressman Henderson and Curtis wants an introduction before Drew Quartermaine, Cameron Matheson, destroys everything he has built. An Esplanade meeting is interrupted by crisis. Laura Collins, Jeannie Francis, and Jordan Ashford, Tanisha Harper, are in a meeting, trying to figure out how to make the Esplanade work. Anna Devane, Finola Hughes, walks in and Laura asks who she thinks is the biggest threat, Drew, Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard, or Jen Sidwell, Carlo Rhoda. They discuss how easily Drew is willing to align himself with Jen's just to take out Sonny. They agree that they'd rather deal with the devil they already know, Sonny. The meeting ends when both Anna and Laura receive calls. Jason visits Sam's grave, while Drew doesn't get what he wants. Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, visits Sam's grave to discuss what he wants versus what he thinks she would want. He tells her how badly he wants to kill Cyrus Renault, Jeff Kober, for killing her, but he knows she needs him to put Danny Morgan, Asher and Tonazin first, and that means not acting on vengeance. Drew wants the house that he bought to be a home for a blended family with Willow Corinthos, Caitlin McMullen. He asks her to consider it and she backs away from the idea. Willow tells him that she and her kids have moved around so much lately that she thinks they need to stay put at her mom's. The more Drew talks and describes blending their families, the more hesitant she seems. Wiley expects Michael to come home from the burn unit and for them to be a family again. Drew tells her that when she's ready the home is hers and they should tell the kids about their romance together soon. Willow refuses to talk to the kids until Michael is home and stable. Drew takes Willow home and when he returns home Jason is waiting for him. Jason tells him that he wants to make peace. Brooke Lynn tells Chase about her other baby. Brooke Lynn returns home to find Chase waiting for her. He was planning romance, but instead, they discuss the curveball they've been thrown. Chase tells her that he is grieving the child they can't conceive, and Brooke Lynn is focused on having a family in any way that they can. They discuss the complexities of figuring out how to have a family. Chase starts breaking down over the sacrifice he thinks his wife is making. He feels like he is stealing the opportunity to carry a baby from her. Why they go in circles until she finally breaks down and tells Chase that she was pregnant and had a child before. Lucky is fighting for his life. Cyrus injects Lucky Spencer, Jonathan Jackson, with digitalis and begins choking him. Elizabeth Baldwin, Rebecca Herbst, is on the phone with 911 and identifies Cyrus as the intruder in her home as he quickly runs off. Cyrus is dead. Josslyn Jack's Eden McCoy found the place in the woods where Cyrus hides out, thanks to Jack Brennan, Chris McKenna, giving her the address. She starts ransacking it, going through every drawer and flipping the furniture looking for anything that links him to Dex's murder. Eventually she finds an envelope that contains Cyrus' trophies, the hospital bracelets from each of his victims. She takes a picture of them, turns around and sees Cyrus standing in the doorway. He comes at her with a hatchet and Joss shoots Cyrus in the chest. Cyrus falls to the floor and tells Joss that she's a murderer now too. She checks to be sure that Cyrus is dead and then calls Jack and tells him that she needs his help. After a while, Jack appears in the doorway and assesses the situation. Make sure that you check back right here tomorrow for more General Hospital spoilers and recaps. Thanks for watching this videos. Please hit the subscribe button for more updated news.